Hello to RK33 up north on YouTube. Cornbread on YouTube. Hello. And Philip, I'm guessing that's you out in Shapley, I heard a little while ago. And we'll get started here in about 6 minutes there, Cornbread, to answer your question. And yeah, that I was talking to Philip on Facebook, so I see both the chats from Facebook and YouTube. Well, fix it. What's the over under here? We gonna get a big turnout tonight or what? Yeah, well, that might be a possibility. Yeah, I don't really have any plans till tomorrow night, so I'm home tonight.
I heard somebody else in here too, so that makes about 6 of us. Testy, 1, 2, 1, 2. That makes you normal if you only got 2.
All right, it is Zulu time. It is 000 hours on Zulu time, otherwise known as local time, 8 o'clock, which is time to start Maine Sidebanders, the best radio net in all of the radio services. That's right. And yeah, to get in on Maine Sidebanders, there's no dues, there's no membership. Just show up and have a radio that we can hear and understand, and that's it. We'll call you in by county, so know what county you're in, and we'll call it that way. We don't get too much of a log jam. So we call everyone in by county, and we kind of mix it up every week. Sometimes we start in the south, sometimes we start in the north, and that's about it. So anything before I get started? Anyone got to get any testes out of the ways?
What if you don't know what county you're in?
Then we're going to give you the dunce hat.
Okay.
Alrighty then. Stand by. I'm going to switch over to the beam just so I can hear the people in the south a little better. How about it, York County? Let's have that York County for Maine Sidebanders. Come now.
Dope Screwdriver checking in. Not late, just wanted to be there.
Alright, we got you, Screwdriver. Cumberland County. How about York County for Maine Sidebanders?
Phil, Shapley, Maine.
Oh, hello, Phil in Shapley. So may I ask, Phil, are you new to Maine Sidebanders?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Bill, well, we're all a bunch of radio nerds out here, so why don't you give everyone a rundown and, Phil and Shapley, tell us what you got for a radio, an antenna, how high the antenna is. We like hearing all that stuff, like, I don't know, just give us a rundown, Phil.
I was in CB radios back in when I was about 40, 50 years ago, and I've been out of it, and now that I'm retired and such, I got back into it, and the guys up here kind of filled me in on the equipment they all use. So I got me an ICOM 718. I'm running a D10 mic, a real old one, and put 2 mics together to make one, and get an Antrim 99 antenna. Anybody else around 40 feet off the ground? Yeah, somebody's talking. That's about it.
Okay, and just so Moose, we're starting in the south. We're starting in the south. There was a station down this way talking, Moose. We will get to you shortly, Moose.
I didn't hear anybody out here talking. That's why I was just trying to check in, see if I was late or not.
No, negative. All right, Phil. Well, very good. Those of you who didn't know, that's Phil. He's in Shapley. He's a little new to the group there, and I got a little distracted there when he was giving his rundown. But he's got a D104, an Antron 99. You're running an ICOM. Did you say a 713, Phil?
No, it's a 718.
Okay, you're running an ICOM 718. And what do you got? Your Antron up on the roof of the house?
No, like I say, it's like 40 feet up.
Okay, Phil. Well, you're doing good at 40 feet with the Antron 99, and I got you S3 over here on my omnidirectional antenna, and obviously I had you a little better when I was on the beam, but I switched over because people were getting confused because they weren't hearing me. But Phil, welcome to Maine Sidebanders. We're glad to have you. We get a little goofy on here. We get a little serious, but we don't take ourselves too serious on here. So enjoy and sit back and listen, see who you can hear out there. So let's do another call there. And like I said, glad to have you, Phil. I don't know what tonight will be like with the holiday. Might be a short crew, might be a good crew. We'll find out. But who else we got for York County? York County on Maine Sidebanders.
Risky Whiskey in Hollis.
Okay, Risky Whiskey in Hollis. Risky Whiskey, were you hearing Phil over there in Shapley?
Oh yeah, I got a real good copy on Phil.
Copy that. Phil, you got a copy on Risky Whiskey over there in Hollis? All right, excellent. Glad to hear that. Who else we got for York County? York County for Maine Sidebanders. All right, not hearing anyone else. Let's just try to grab State of New Hampshire. How about State of New Hampshire for Maine Sidebanders? Negative copy. How about Cumberland County? Cumberland County for Maine Sidebanders.
Oh, you know it.
Oh, that was crunchy. Was that Maniac?
Crunchy.
Yeah, a little crunchy. I don't know what's going on there. It's a little funky sounding.
Crank the mic gain back there a little bit. How's that?
Oh, it's better, but you need to go down like more, like 50% more.
How's that right there?
Well, I'd say you got 80% improvement, but it's still a little squeaky.
Oh, damn boy.
All right, that was Maniac over there in Wyndham. Who else we got for Cumberland County?
23, Raymond.
All right, I heard 323 in Raymond, and I think, was that Triple Cross in Brunswick? Triple Cross, Brunswick? Yeah, you might be winding the mic gain to your radio, too. You kind of got a similar situation as Maniac there, Triple Cross. It's better. It could come down more. It's better, but it could come down more. Uh-oh. Maybe come back a little bit more. You kind of sound like you were in the corner of the room. Yeah, that's passable. We got to keep moving here, but at least you're not making bad noises. Who else we got for Cumberland County? Cumberland County. Okay, we got Greg in Portland, and I heard 38. Was that 384 in Sebago?
Affirmative, 384 Sebago Road. Thank you, Radio Man.
Yeah, no problem, 384. Just curious, over there in Sebago, were you hearing Risky Whiskey and Phil, the news station in Shapley?
I was, faintly. I got to get my antenna up higher.
Okay, copy that. Very good. And just checking with you, Phil. You hearing everyone pretty good over at your location? Okay, very good. All right, another call for Cumberland County. Cumberland County for Maine Sidebanders. All right, no other stations. We'll keep moving here. How about Oxford County? Oxford County for Maine Sidebanders. We got you. Tango Bravo 505 in Canton, Maine. We got you. Who else we got for Oxford County? Pipeline out there in the edge of Rumford. Very respectable signal this evening, Pipeline. We got a good copy on the Omni. 513 over there in Sumner. Very good, 513. Who else we got for Oxford County?
333 here in the town of Oxford. Anybody else want to check in on Maine Sidebanders? Throw out a call. Radio man's got his antenna this way. Give it a shout. Do it a repeat.
I didn't hear anybody fix it. Alright, let's see if we can get that. Let's make a quick jump here. Let's see if we can grab that Mr. Moose up there in Somerset County. Mr. Moose, did I make you wait too long? Are you still there, Mr. Moose? There you go. There's Moose up there in Fairfield, Maine, Somerset County. We got you, Moose. Just wanted to grab you in there. While we're stopped here in Somerset County, you want to make a call for anyone up in Somerset County for me?
Anybody in Somerset County want to check in on Maine Sidebanders?
Okay, I did not hear him, so I appreciate the relay. That's quite a ways away for a mobile station, but we got Floyd in the mobile.
Good check in, Floyd.
Okay, just wanted to put Jim, our friend Portland Jim, he's checking in from the internet. He cannot get to the radio, so we got a few stations from the internet that like to check us out. We got Ridge Runner in Idaho. He says no conditions. Wrenchman, I think I don't know. We should be able to get you. I'm surprised you didn't hear Moose there. All right, we'll keep moving along here. Let's see. Let's go over to Franklin County. How about Franklin County for Maine Sidebanders? Nothing here for Franklin County. And for those of you playing along at home, we are at 15 for roll call. 15 for roll call. All right, let's grab Androscoggin County. Androscoggin County for Maine Sidebanders.
Yeah, you got Swiper here in Auburn.
Hello, Swiper in Auburn. Good evening. Who else we got for Androscoggin County?
207 over here in Minot.
Hey, 207 in Minot. All right, let's keep them rolling here. Androscoggin County. Oh, man. Poor showing from Androscoggin County. Now, I think we'll chalk that up to the weekend festivities. How about Saginaw County? I know we at least got one guy over there in Saginaw County.
Clearwater Thompson.
Oh, Clearwater, you're sounding melodious tonight. Very good. Who else we got for Saginaw County? How about Saginaw County for Maine Sidebanders?
You got Run checking in and Bowden.
Man, I got a pipeline to you guys in Saginaw County. Runt sounding really good. I should have looked to see who's coming in stronger so I could tell you guys who beat who. All right, how about Saginaw County? Another call for Saginaw County. Nothing heard. All right, let's move on to Lincoln County. How about Lincoln County? Maybe Mr. Paranoid's out there. Negative copy. Negative copy on Lincoln County. How about Kennebec County? Kennebec County for Maine Sidebanders. Oh, 7. How you doing there? What's new with you?
One day at a time, brother. Sounding good over here tonight.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, I got a good copy on you. 7. And that was 7 in Chelsea, bringing us up to number 20 for roll call. All right, another call for Kennebec County. About Kennebec County. We're just about to the tail end of it, and I'll grab any stragglers. Another call for Kennebec County.
Double with him. Get Birdman over here in Augusta.
Okay, hey Birdman in Augusta. How you doing this evening? We got you. Good copy, just like 7.
10-4, doing well, thank you.
Copy that. Another call. We got any other stations in Kennebec County?
Evening, Birdman. Yo.
Alright, let's try something real quick here. Alright, anyone up there in Knox, Waldo, Hancock County? Knox, Waldo, Hancock County for Maine Sidebanders. Alright, nothing heard. How about any stations? Any stations that missed their county? Anyone anywhere for Maine Sidebanders? Alright, I'm not hearing anybody else. I'm not hearing anyone else. I figure with the holiday, that brings us up to 21, including myself for roll call. Before I open it up to we open it up here and everyone just keys up and talks whenever you feel like it. And there's no real topic. People just talk about whatever, for those of you guys that are new. Before I open it up, is there anyone that want to try to get a radio check out of the way or anything like that?
I'll take another radio check there. How's this thing sounding now?
The topic of the evening is, how much money did you spend on fireworks?
Okay, so I had Fix It and Maniac. Go ahead, Maniac, first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, how's this thing sounding now? Sound any better?
Yeah, it sounded better. It's better when you started, that's for sure.
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
Just the audio's still a little. It's still a little distorted. The audio.
Damn poor on a distorted audio.
I mean, I can hear everything you're saying, but if you want to know if it's crystal clear SSB, it is not. It is passable. I can understand what you're saying, but it is not as clear as some of the other stations.
Sound like your peachy's nose.
Fix It. What did you have to say, Fix It?
Well, I thought it'd be a good topic to ask, how much did people spend on fireworks?
Okay, Fix It says he wants to know how much people spent on fireworks. Before we do that, was there anyone else out there that wanted to make a comment or do a radio check or anything like that? Anyone else?
Alright, I got one more try there. How's that one?
Okay, you got it that time. You got it that time, Maniac.
Yeah, the audio board and radio don't seem to like that thing very much.
Copy that. All right. Well, I'll back off and let some other people talk. I don't know. Is there anyone out here who spent a bunch of money on fireworks?
I went to Chipotle last night. That count?
Let me check my bank account.
So, TB505 says he spent nothing on fireworks, and Portland Greg said he went to Chipotle last night. So that's a different type of explosion.
How about Phil up in Shapley? You copy me? It still counts.
Yeah, still here in Shopley. We're back at you.
Hey, Phil, how long you lived in Shapley?
10 years?
Okay. My great uncle used to live up there. See you later. Got a good signal in Portland.
Yeah, I live right next to Roadside Cycle.
He lived in Shapley Corner there, right by the church. There used to be a old white colonial house there. They tore it down because it was such bad repair, but he's long gone.
Hey, Phil, what's wrong with all the roads up Shapley? What's with all, what do you mean, what's with all the roads? Yeah, I've been hauling in my dump truck out there this past week, man. Every single road out there is hammered bad and shit. I don't know. Wow, Puerto Rico took over Channel 12. It's like a main road, and that's the pretty good shape, and they rode from here to the dump, and
Channel Hall got taken over by Puerto Rico.
Yeah, you should turn your mic down there, fix it. You're way over-modulated. Give out, because they don't have enough dirt on the side to support it. And so when you get a good rainstorm...
Did that help any at all?
Beautiful, perfect.
Boy, we're piling up. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I was on AM mode.
No problem.
Hey, Greg, you got a good talking on me in Portland? I do. Nice. I got this nice low noise area that I found now that I go to check in. Oh, you're up in Hollis, right? Yes, sir, 10-4.
Let's go, Java.
That's down in Hollis. That's not up. Go ahead.
Is that somebody talking on this channel, or is that Skip?
No, there's like 3-4 people talking on this channel down south.
All right, well, they're done. Give me a shout.
Hey, you got a copy on me, Swiper?
I don't think you can quite hear you, Risky Whiskey. What's going on, Mr. Pipeline? Good evening, good evening. Real quick, I just wanted to, Mr. 513 up in Sumner. I don't know if you're still out there, but I just wanted to say howdy, howdy.
Yeah, and I'll just add Wrenchman just saying hi. He couldn't get to a radio tonight, so he's listening to us online.
Roger. Sounds like Mr. Speeder must have left. And, yeah, Risky, it definitely sounded good tonight. What's going on, Mr. Swiper?
Oh, I kind of want to enlist some help. Radio Man, Fix It, people like that. Lend a hand. My mother was talking to me earlier today, and her husband, my stepfather, is not doing well. His health is really poor. And he has a radio setup that he wants to put in his car. He says he has everything he needs. I'll check on that. But he's mostly at home, so I asked her, I said, wouldn't it be better to set up a base station? And she loved the idea. She wants to get on the radio. He wants to get on the radio. So, I mean, I got an antenna. I might have a pipe. I'm pretty sure I could scrounge up some coax. It doesn't have to be giant or anything like that. But I'd like to enlist some help. We can hang out in a couple of hours.
Freaking right. I know I'm in. I will not be around this weekend, but next weekend, and then any weekend after or evening after that. But yeah, that's awesome. We should definitely hook that up. I'm in.
Maybe I can borrow a radio that is, because I got radios here, but I want something he could just put it on the channel and not have to fiddle with it.
Roger. I am sure we can find something on the pile of stuff for sure.
Thought maybe you would.
Thinking just a regular, AM type 40 channel thing, or you want it to have sideband to be able to come down here?
Well, I don't know if we need to go extra channels or anything like that, but I mean, it'd be great if we can, but, I told my mother about this, and she may be listening on YouTube right now. I sent her the link. So, or he might be listening, I'm not sure. But, her handle is Gigi. I can't remember what she said his handle was. They've both been on the radio in years past, and both want to get back on it and play around with it. So, yeah, I think it'd be fantastic. So I could put my vector up over there. They're on Webster Street, which, as well as I know, Webster Street Lewiston's a pretty good street to get out. So, you don't have to be up high or have anything sick, powerful, or anything like that. It'll be just fine over there with, something that works without having to fiddle, you know what I mean? They're not going to be tuning it and all that stuff.
Yes, I know exactly what you're saying. I am sure we can rummage something up for that.
I'm down to help out up there with you guys.
And Warren down to help out. Yep. Yeah, we'll definitely make a little day of it there coming up, and we will get them back on the air so they can they can enjoy all the festivities of the party talk.
Party talk, huh? Yeah, speaking of that, yeah, I'm going to invest in I'm going to upgrade my bidet.
Speaking of that, we had a bidet at work. Somebody stole it. Like, literally just took it off the toilet and walked out of fucking work with it.
Who the hell steals a bidet?
That's my thought. And this bidet, it's one of the ones, it's the whole toilet seat. So I had a toilet without a seat, so I had to fucking get one of my guys to go put a new seat on. But yeah, they left, it has like this proprietary mount. So I'm like, you're not putting this on anything, but it's the bigger one. It had like the heated seat, it had the heated tank, it was like a $250 bidet or something like that. And somebody just fucking walked out with it. I'm like, now that is funny.
Optional vibrator?
Ooh, I don't know, but I hope so.
Jesus, where the hell do you work?
Down at a recycling plant, but we have a lot of immigrants who would not use the facilities correctly, bottles of water, you get the idea. So we had to install some of these per HR's request.
Who was that out there just said, what the fuck?
Yes.
Please tell me you at least tried it.
I wasn't sitting in that fucking bathroom, no.
Hey, Swiper, what were those guys' handles way back in the day?
My mother's is Gidget. I don't recall what she said his was.
Hey, this is just going on the internet, the YouTube. Hey, Stash, welcome. There are a few local stations up in Millinocket. There's CT420. There's another guy just showed up recently the other day. He checked in on the Maine CB group. We're also on Facebook, and he joined our Maine CB page. So there are a few stations. There's another guy, Vinny, up there in Millinocket. So there's a few you guys up there. You might be able to hear Moose over in Fairfield.
Yeah, so somebody said they had 60 feet of coax that would donate. And yeah, I'm sure we can, with a few of us out here, obviously we have more than enough stuff.
And this is all stuff you'll get back. It's not gonna be around forever, and it's just borrowing stuff. So if you donate something, you'll get it back.
So did you want to put up your vector over there, or would they be happy with something a little bit smaller and more slimline? They don't care. The vector's a great, option, but
Oh, they don't care. I don't care either. Yeah, if something smaller would be probably better.
How many pills?
Here comes an 8-pill. Yes, I love it. Yeah, I was just thinking, personally, something like, an Antron or an IMAX would probably be easier and less conspicuous, but, if they don't care, obviously the vector works great. I do not have a spare IMAX or Antron over here at this time, so, yeah.
I might be able to rummage up something.
Yeah, just a stick would be great. That would definitely be easier and, less, conspicuous, but for sure. But I do have an antenna if we can't come up with something easier.
I do have an amazing dipole.
2x4 dipole.
I think 955 now calls it the scraper, because it's made out of an ice scraper that hooks to the 2x4. But that ice scraper is awesome, because you can pivot it from vertical to horizontal by just a quarter turn.
Aluminum crutches make good dipoles. It was made with follow leather gear, so it's got to be a good one.
Yeah. And man, I kind of like the idea of some crutches. That would look good, too.
Yeah, you use a couple of little pieces of regular mast and put the crutches on the end, and it's very broad-banded because the way they lie out there.
Someone called 513 a while ago.
You talk on channel 20 and 28.
For Clearwater.
Oh, yes, I did 513. I just wanted to say howdy, and just see how you're doing. I know I talked to you briefly the other night, but yeah, just wanted to see how you're doing up there, man.
Yeah, doing okay. Yeah, we had a phone call there, and I couldn't answer right then.
Roger. Yeah, just wanted to touch base and see how everything's going. I'm sure, now you want to see somebody with a collection of radios. Now that guy right there. How long you been collecting up there, Speeder? Well, like, we won't say how many years, but you've been collecting a while.
Oh, since about 1972.
Yeah, no problem there, Stash. That's why we do it. We get some guys that are regulars, and sometimes they can't make it to a radio, and they like to listen in. So, yeah, I'm just talking directly to the stream right now, so I'll unmute the radio here.
But anyway, you got a screwdriver over here, Bob, whatever. Just wanted to say howdy. And I know Clearwater was in there again, and he always likes to give you some crap.
Absolutely.
Not Clearwater.
Go ahead, Speeder.
You giving somebody some what?
You up in the shop or in the house?
I'm in the shop.
Sound good.
Thank you.
Better be careful coming back down.
All right.
Hey, Floyd. Good evening, Floyd. Good evening. I got a copy on you. Right back, the same thing, right back to you, and thanks for hollering.
Oh, we gotta give Floyd a little bit more power in the wire in his mobile.
Dare I say, Floyd is piss weak.
In late July, early August, I'd like to get,
God damn it.
Local eatery, whatever going on. We'll definitely do another barbecue. Whoever wants to volunteer, whatever. We'll discuss that. I think that was good at the early September, but I'd like to say we get another little get together at a restaurant here coming up within the next 3-4 weeks, and I would definitely love to have see Speeder there. Haven't seen you in a while, and we'll make Speeder and Clearwater come together again, because that's always a good time.
Ginger Swipe checking in.
Uh-oh, we gotta get Ginger Swipe down.
Yeah, let's meet over at fucking
Herman's, Bob.
Man, I haven't eaten there in 45 years.
And I was just gonna say, because I keyed on Screwdriver, mentioning Floyd getting some fire in the wire. Floyd is piss weak.
How's that again?
Come on, man. I can only do so many of those in a succession. Oh, let me try it. Piss weak.
Why you always gotta be stepping on me? I need to get some more pills.
A few more pills and you won't care. He's probably talking
That's exactly right. That's what I was thinking.
His antenna's limp. He's got to give it some pills.
Who's up in Fairfield?
Moose. Mr. Moose is in Fairfield.
Hey, Moose, you copying me? I'm hearing him fine tonight. That's odd.
Hey, Mr. Moose, you still sandbagging? I don't hear him. He's usually one of the ones that sticks around, but maybe he had to step away.
Yeah, my noise level is gone, my pulsing, and I can hear people. I hear almost everybody tonight.
Well, you're doing pretty good then.
Yeah, I also heard almost everybody.
Well, I had an epiphany, radio man. Remind me when we get in-depth conversation going later, some other time. Repeater, phase angle. Just say that, and yeah, I get some ideas here.
What?
You gotta remember, I don't know why it just popped in my head, but you know.
Where's the kid been?
Well, I don't know. 323, if you're still in there. How's 327 doing? We haven't heard him in a few weeks. Uh-oh, we lost 323 already. Oh, someone's calling for radio, man. Go ahead. Can you give it a little bit more audio? Just a little bit more.
How about that? How's that sound?
Okay, I like it, but let's see if we can give it a little bit more before we start to fall apart.
Try it right here. How's that?
You're still looking good. I mean, from what I'm seeing, you could probably give it some more.
How about that right there?
Yeah, you're, as we like to say, you're trending in the right direction, sir. I'd say give her some more.
Okay, that's it wide open right there.
All right, well, I'd leave it wide open. If you got it all the way up to 11, then you're good.
This is just a regular stock mic. I think if I change over to a power mic, see what it does.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, I can hear you just fine. But yeah, when you first got in there, I mean, you were breaking apart.
I was also on a different power supply, and I noticed that you were breaking up when I turned on the preamp. So I figured maybe I better try something.
Oh, that's weird. I was breaking up on the preamp. Huh.
Maybe you're overpowering his front end.
Why you gotta be like that?
I mean, come on, nobody laughed. I mean, that's still funny.
Oh, hold on, my phone's ringing.
Kids will be kids. I said, who was frick, I already forgot. What was it? Mark was the new guy down south a little?
That would be Phil in Shapley.
Yeah, this is Phil. Sorry, my bad. This is great. I mean, it is definitely getting a lot more people on down that way. So, I mean, if they picked a couple of nights or like a local channel, I mean, they could definitely start getting some good local talk going on. But it sounds of it, every week or two, there's somebody else getting on down in that southern part of the state. That's awesome to see.
Yeah, but hoping that this first name there, the new guy, Chris, he's in a Arundel. I was hoping he would be on tonight.
Roger. Yeah, I mean, I know sideband and extra channels is rough, but not everybody has them, and and stuff like that. But it is great to see. I mean, you're addicted. We can tell you're going to be in it forever for the long run now. You're going to have 20 radios over there, and yeah, it's awesome. But it's just awesome to see people getting more on the radio,
Oh yeah, he'll have a base station in the outhouse.
Ooh, good ground.
I don't know. What's the pH level on the ground? I'm not driving that ground rod in.
Oh, I'd drive it in. I just wouldn't take it out.
Move around it. It's gonna be the best round ever.
Speeder! What is? What radio are you talking on? 2995. And 4.
That's probably the third different radio you've been on tonight.
I was on the 2970 earlier, before I came up here.
Nice, I like it.
Yes. Found him before you poop in it.
Oh, crap. I had my order of operations off, 7. I was doing it the wrong way. And at the end.
Morning, 7. Go ahead. Good evening, good evening. Hey, good evening. We heard you out there. We're listening, waving to you.
I can't tell if somebody's actually trying to key up and talk right there, if that was from another channel, a little bit flop, but I hear somebody trying.
We got the cement porch. She's all good to go. Just got to hook up the winch, the pulley, and down she comes and up she goes. Wonderful, wonderful. You know, are you? You know I am. I love it. Gonna be just like back in Bodenham days, no doubt about it. Coming soon. Oh, them were the days. Make up time. Hey, good here.
Talking to myself
One of these
again.
days I'm gonna be down here now. Stop in. Make it soon, I'm getting older.
Jesus Christ, that guy at 905's radio's a shit show.
Okay, I didn't know if it was somebody trying to talk here or what was going on.
No, somebody up on 905 and they got a shit show over radio. I mean, it's like, it goes all the way from like 920 all the way down to like 880.
What channel is that on?
It's 905, just above us, 26.905.
Yeah, it's Sparky with his D104, yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's tearing it up all the way over here in New Gloucester.
Yeah, that's my neighbor down here about 5 miles away. Same here in Brunswick, we can hear him too. Got the filter on, it helps a little bit there, Roger, that.
Yeah, it's a little wonky. It's got more upper sideband than lower sideband. Yeah, it's going all the way up to 935, all the way down to 870.
I was trying to see if it was local or not.
Can't even hear him. I went up there and can't even hear him.
He's only 4 miles away from me, I can hear him.
Shapley, too. Oh, sweet.
Pretty much.
I mean, I don't know who it is. I didn't actually hear him, but whoever it is, when they key up, that radio's McFucked. and tune! Peek and tune!
Yes, Floyd. Yes.
I know it's hit me pretty hard with slop on this, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's just the sideband or what, but it's definitely yucky.
So Floyd's going back to his screwdriver.
Yeah, if I wasn't getting that slop, I heard him earlier, but I can't quite hear you, Floyd. We're gonna have to get you to pump it up a little.
Who is that up there on 905?
Somebody in maybe South Gardner or something like that? I have no idea.
He's pretty close to me.
Radio Man says it looks like a pretty wide, spurious transmission.
That's what he said.
I've been trying to record it, but it's hard to do if someone keys up here just to get a screen grab of. It's crazy how much it takes up.
Yeah, he needs a high on mic, what do you think?
I was just going to say, Screwdriver, the amount of people that have popped up on Maine CB group in York County is quite a few, but none of them seem to be on all at the same time. So there's definitely enough guys down there to support a local channel. I kind of lost track of how many, but I would say in the last few months there's been a significant amount of people that have gotten set up in York County.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I haven't been keeping up with, who and what, where exactly, but between the group chat and just seeing people post in Maine CB and hearing people come on, I'm like, man, it definitely seems like there's been a few.
I think it's awesome that so many people are getting on now.
Freaking right.
Yeah, I've got 3 more up pipelines away, too. For sure. Well, it sounds like you was trickling from your mouth.
Hey, Risky Whiskey, you got a copy? So, I think the guy you were talking about, Chris, over in, was it Alfred, or, I don't know, the guy you said you were hoping that was going to get on tonight. He said he can't make it to the radio tonight. He must have heard you. He sent a message on Facebook and said he'll try to be on next week. He says he couldn't make it this weekend.
What'd you do, go around to the front yard instead of the backyard?
I gotta step away from the radio for a few.
Job.
What happened to rigor mortis rooster?
Yeah, I haven't heard Rooster on here in a while now that you mention that, yeah.
Boy, I like that handle. I think after he lost his wife, we haven't heard from him.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a hard time, so yeah.
for good evening, Screwdriver.
Oh, good evening, good evening. How is Mr. Paranoid doing tonight?
Oh, just been busy. To patch ATV tires, so I just got done with that.
Oh, that sounds like fun right there, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, getting them off the rim and patching it, getting back on the rim. That was kind of fun.
I'm sure.
You're my hero. That guy's on the AM on 90.
Yeah, he definitely has I mean, I don't know what he'd give me for a signal. I didn't go up there, but I'm definitely hearing slop from him. I get it. We're only one channel away. So I get it, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. That's pretty hard to only be one channel away and not get slop.
Yep.
Especially when they're talking AM.
Right.
Yeah, especially when the radio looks like it's about 8 channels wide from what Radio Man says, so yeah.
You on the Azu?
Am I?
ICOM, whatever it is?
Yeah, I'm on the ICOM, whatever the hell that thing is, 7 something. Well, is it not quite where it should be yet? It should be warmed up by now, I would hope.
Sounds real good on sideband.
Oh, I actually kind of wanted to use, out in the back bay, I was using the 101 ZD for the last couple weeks on old radio night. And I wanted to use that tonight, but it only goes down to channel 2. It goes from like channel 2 to 54 or something, so it wasn't going to quite make it here.
Yeah, because that's right. Because they started at like channel 1 or 2 or something when the hams gave it up.
I mean, just the crystals that are in it for the frequencies, you know, I mean, and granted, it wasn't supposed to have 11 meter anyway, but, you know, they're all in 500 hertz increments, so you're going from 27 flat to 27.5, and you can go a couple of, you know, whatever, 20 hertz above, 20 hertz below, give or take, but, yeah, it was all like, you know, half megahertz frequency drops in it. No matter what band, if you're talking 80, 40 meter, it's all obviously still half megahertz.
Yeah, so that one actually says 11 meters on it, right?
No, the 101, what was it, the EX, I think, and the 101F might have. The ZD, actually, I got 2 ZDs. One of them doesn't even have AM on it. It's just strictly sideband. But yeah, no 11 meter on these. It's in the, like either the auxiliary slot or the 10A.
Yeah, I had the Z. Maybe it was just a plain Z, or maybe it was a ZD, and it said 11 meters on it, and I don't know where it started because I didn't go below the band.
Yeah, I mean, I know they made a few different versions of them all, so I mean, who the hell knows, but yeah, like I said, they usually have 500 hertz, so, you know, everything started, you had like 28 flat to 28.5, then, you know, that was your 10A, your 10B was 28.5 to 29, you know, and I want to say 10 meter had like 4 crystals in it, something like that, if I remember right.
Yeah, it goes up to, what, 905?
Yeah. But, you know, like I said, a lot of people, if they weren't set up the CB, it was, you know, they would put a crystal in, but I just remember, I think it was the EX, it was the lower level, supposedly, ones that said 11 meter because they were kind of the less expensive ones, and they kind of sold them, you know, more for, you know, us, people are poor, not them rich ham guys.
I don't know any of them.
Neither. I heard about them, but I have yet to see one.
I guess Radio Man might be one.
You never know. He might be one of those rich ones.
That Jackie gun looks pretty good.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
That would be Wayne Scoble up there in Carmel. He's got a nice setup.
It look like I'm seeing some skip in there, though. I turned on my SDR to see what I could see, but I see a bunch of little spikes in there.
Hey, Scooter.
Yes, sir. That sounds good. It doesn't sound like it did when you first started. Yeah, all over modulated. It sounds real good right there.
I'm wondering if it could have been something to do with my power supply, too.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely might have been taxing it enough that the power supply was cutting out. I thought it sounded more over-modulated. I know Radio Man said it was cutting out, but, yeah, no, it sounds great right there.
My mom just to keep this set up right here.
Roger, roger.
Too many mics, too many options.
I mean, there's never such thing as too many mics and too many options, but it can get rough sometimes. I hear you.
Yeah, trying to get it dialed in, you know?
That's always my problem. Is I get something dialed in, and then the next day I'm going to try something different for 2 weeks and then mess it all up.
It's all about the options.
All about the options.
Hey, what do you think of those 7300?
Yeah, they're good radio. Over sideband, AM, they're like everything else HF. They're kind of crap, but yeah, as far as sideband goes, I mean, it's a lot of radio for the money. I'm not going to say it's cheap money, but for the amount of radio you get, it's pretty cheap money for that much radio.
Less than a 995. Not a 995. What are those? 99, 29, 70, 95, something?
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're less than a $29.95, but yeah, I mean, it's only a couple $100 more. But at $29.95, you can get out on AM. That's 7,300. You ain't gonna like talking about it on AM.
This is true.
DX10 price drop again.
You can buy used 7,300 now for $700.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and that's not bad. Like, it's a lot of radio, and yeah, the DX10's coming down again, no doubt. I mean, there are a lot of radio. I don't care if you're talking a 7300, DX10, a 991A, you know, all of them in that part of the realm. I mean, it's a lot of radio for the money, and it's probably way overkill to just come on channel 37 and talk some skip on. But, it's still cool. I love running that kind of stuff. Well, I mean, everything that I have that kind of stuff is 40 years old, but, HF stuff on the CB is great.
Yeah, I've been looking at one. I have to keep trying to keep myself from pulling the trigger, but pretty quick I'm going to have to.
Simple, man.
Roger.
The DX10 over here.
There's a couple people out here with the FTDX10 and a couple with the 7300s, and I don't know how many people are on 991s right now, but yeah, there's definitely some of all of those three variants around, all of that, like, whatever they are, $900 to $1,400 range, I guess It's still a lot of money, but it would be considered probably I don't even know if I'd say entry-level rig, but into that part of the market, it's the entry-level rig, and they're amazing radios.
I know a guy that runs a FT2000D.
See, now that radio is closer to my heart. I would rather run that than a 7300 personally.
Well, it's 10 times better.
I mean, it definitely wasn't a higher class, 30 years ago or 20 years ago, whatever. So yeah, I mean, the filtering, everything is it's a better, competition rig. But yeah, I just, you know me, I love the old buttons and knobs.
Well, nothing better than an SDR. Come on now.
I mean, that's pretty much what a lot of these radios are, though not a lot of them, they all are. The 7300 is 100% an SDR. But you can get out of an SDR if you just want to watch it, like I do, for like $30.
This is true. But I like all the buttons and knobs.
See, and I do, but I like the old buttons and knobs, no menus, very minimal menus. Like, I'll take my old, FTDX, FT1000, even my 920. I love this old radio. I mean, this thing is right out of the 80s, and I just love all the knobs and buttons, It's just, yeah.
Stand by and warm.
And they usually come right up where they need to be, especially if you got your TXCO in it.
So you were getting remarried.
Next week. I'm leaving tomorrow.
Good luck.
Yaesu FT7B. It was a pretty good radio.
7B. I know I've seen it. Wasn't that right about the same time frame as like the old 101s?
Yeah. This one was it's a general coverage receiver. It was a nice radio. You could take it mobile if you wanted to.
Heck yeah.
You gonna leave your radio on?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which frequency and mode I want to leave it on now. Do I leave it on 12 a.m. or do I leave it right here on sideband?
Or you could leave it on channel 28.
I can guarantee you that's not going to happen.
Well, there's always channel 20.
Yeah, not so much. I probably could do both. I probably could leave my my 920 hooked up with the remote desktop because I can control my 920 from anywhere and talk on it. But hey, not from my phone. I got to use a laptop. I don't want to bring a laptop down there with me, so it probably won't happen. Actually, I did use my phone a couple of times, but hey, but I got to use a remote desktop, and that works for sideband. Maybe I'll hook one of them up on sideband and one of them up on AM. You never know.
Yeah, that'll go over big on your second honeymoon.
Well, that's why I was almost thinking, Thursday will be the end of the week that we're there. I'm like, well, maybe just if I try to key up one time.
Where'd Radio Man go?
He said, I gotta go be hiatus for a few minutes. I'll be right back. Half hour ago.
Yes, dear.
So he's not out here right now, but fuck it, I'll get a little technical. Have you ever used, Greg, one of those signal cancelers, polyphasers, phase angle type contraptions? You know what I'm talking about? To get rid of static that You got to run two antennas, and it actually puts the static 180 degrees out of phase to eliminate the static.
Yeah, I had one for a while. A friend of mine let me borrow one. I had it about a month, and I didn't like it. I didn't think it. You know, if you had one pulsing noise, it would work. But when it nulled the pulses, it also put a hole there. So it sounded, the person that you were talking to sounded like.
Yeah, so I've definitely heard they're not amazing rigs. You know, they have their issues. They don't work great. They are what they are. But I was just thinking about this the other day. Now, if I phase it to be 180 degrees out of phase with, let's say, this transmitter right here, how much could I knock it down? So instead of trying to build or buy these expensive cavities for a real tight bandpass filter, could I use that in accordance with my notch filter on something like this to get away with building a repeater within this band? I'm wondering if I could notch out or cancel out my own signal just on the transmit on that one particular channel. I don't know, you know, it was just this weird thought.
Well, what they usually do on 10 meters is they use split site.
Well, we were definitely talking about that too. Someplace like me and Radio Man, I think we could do all right because we don't swap each other. So we could set something up here that would do that. I'm just kind of, I've just been toying with something along that line.
Yeah, the cavities are so big on 10 meters. They're really unruly. They're just huge, and I don't think that would work. As soon as it would work, but as soon as you modulated it, it's amplitude modulation, so it wouldn't work.
It's kind of you're probably right. It's kind of a thing. I'm like, could I combine three of these things? And I tried making my own notch filter, not notch filter, but like bandpass filter. Just some ideas I've been contemplating. Go ahead, Breaker.
Have you heard Traveler out here at all? I was just curious. I let him borrow the D90. I was wanting to hear it. That's all.
Haven't heard him out here in a couple of weeks, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Tim Ford. I gave it to him today. He's been working nights, I believe. But, all right, he hasn't been around. Tim Ford.
Yeah, that'd make him a great little rig, something like that, you know what I mean? For what he wants to do, I think that'd be perfect.
He was having a ball with it. I gave it to him this morning. He worked overnight. I called him, he was on the shitter, and then he ran right over to get it. And I talked to him a little later. He said he had 6 QRP contacts already with it. Best part about it, I like the Morse code decoder, and it works very well.
Yeah, having that decoder built in is cool, and and that actually sounded really good on AM too. That had a pretty wide AM. That sounded better on AM than most any other of that. Well, I can't say that style rig because there ain't anything that's really comparable to that style, but it sounded good.
Oh yeah. Well, you're hard pressed to get a 7300 to sound that good on AM. I mean, there's a few people out there, obviously, Deer Slayer and a couple others, but they got a lot going on to achieve it.
Yeah, I mean, you can, but you have to stage everything real properly. You have to have multiple stages of amplifiers, and I can get this thing to sound pretty phenomenal on AM if I want to. But it's, I'm underdriving the shit out of everything to compensate for it. It'll work, but it is so finicky and touchy to get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's what I liked about that G90. It was just a plug-and-play rig. What would you use for a split on repeater?
Well, we thought about you could almost use like a GMRS or whatever, but now you just use like Discord. You know what I mean? So, you know, to talk back and forth. If I was going to do it like here in Radio Man, that's the app that we would use. And I was thinking like, you know, channel 1, channel 40. He doesn't swap me, and I don't swap him, I don't think, more than like a couple channels away. I can't tell if he's on the band. So I think we could accomplish it over here. The biggest problem is, can we still talk while the repeaters are going? You know what I mean?
Probably where they're transmitting, you couldn't. How about?
I was just trying, you know, I mean, my big thing was obviously, like, I do these remote setups. Well, I don't do these. I got a couple, but I'm actually in the process of making a standalone box that has a small floor pill in it, power supply, radio, and a little Raspberry Pi. So basically, plug it in the wall, it gets your Wi-Fi internet, and you plug an antenna in, and it's good to go.
Split site with Cobra.
Well, that's probably where it's going to go.
I mean, he's got just such a good signal.
But even like that's where we were thinking about trying to do almost like that repeater thing, you know, if it's on the same hill. Because he hears a lot of people up north. Like if we could get people that, you know, would go into his signal to receive and then transmit back out, like them halfway points, you know, I just don't know if like here, I guess with a few of you down south, like you, Risky Whiskey, stuff like that, that, you know, people up north or even Swiper can't hear. Like if you could get into the repeater here and transmit back out here on a different, you know, whatever, how it's set up, you know, it would widen the range. But yet I want to do it just to say we did it. I personally actually hate repeaters, so I don't even know why I want to do it. I think I just want to do it because, you know, it's something cool to try.
Yeah, it might be easy, might not be. I gotta go. The missus is calling. See you later. See you guys.
Oh, busted. Have a good.
Who's that, Bob?
That was Greg down in Portland.
Yeah, screwdriver.
Yes, sir.
So, in listening to all this conversation and such, I got one question for you. Is what channel are we on?
So realistically, we would be on channel what, -8, let's see, 965. So 6, but -7, I think, -8, something like that. We're just a little below what would be channel 1.
Oh, okay. Because, I got the frequency on through Facebook, and I'm saying, gee, I don't know if I got that channel. So I just dialed it in, and, you know, that's how I came across it.
I can't remember what is it. I think it's like on most radios that have bands on it. It's obviously one band down, and it's channel I want to say 33, 32, something like that. You know, once you get out of the 40, it's kind of it's a free for all as far as they're really not channels anymore. I mean, they are, but when you go up above channel 40, if you're on 27505, most people are going to call it channel 50. You know, 655 is 55. You know, when you come below 1, a lot of people will call it -1 because old school CBs, I say old school, the radios I like, you know, if you're on a Cobra 148, you got extras done to it, you have 104 up, 15 down, is what the common, like, nomenclature, I guess, would be.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because Well, being an old CBer, this is a channel I never had.
Yeah, it's definitely, and it's a lot more common now, I mean, back 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when I first got on, I was early 90s, so I haven't been on for long, but even back in the early 90s, like, it was, if you had extra channels, you were still, you were at a certain level, because everybody just had 40-channel TVs. I've heard people talking like Greg that was just talking back when there was only 23-channel radios and you had these extras, and it was you were the king of the hill then.
Well, I'm back in the 60s, early 70s. Back in the 60s, it was 23 channels. You were the king of the hill if you had sideband.
No doubt. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, now, it's pretty much opened up. Run a few hundred watts, run a few thousand watts, put your antenna up as high as you want. It's pretty hard to get in trouble unless you're taking out like an emergency service near you, which everything's digital, so it's so hard. So, 500 watts and, a radio that goes everywhere is pretty common nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
You told me my signal was this weak.
Let's see, I've been on now for what, a month and a half, and I've learned a lot since I came back. It really changed a lot. I'm still learning.
Yeah, there's definitely has been a lot of change, and like I said, a lot more relaxing on stuff, or people not caring. People are posting on Facebook, their amplifiers and how much power they're running, and people aren't scared of that stuff. They're running live gauge, showing their radio swinging up to 5,000 watts or whatever. So yeah. Yeah, I usually stick like one band up, one band down. I usually stick from not far below here. I'll go from 26.80 to possibly up to 27.80. Like I stay within that range just because my antennas don't work that well out of that range, and I don't have a need to have to wander too much further than that personally. And yes, I actually didn't notice your signal being this week. You were still giving me a pretty good signal over here.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's all new and all that to me. But, the guys around here kind of help me out a lot. You put out one hell of a signal, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I do okay. I'm over here in New Gloucester. I've had the same crap equipment I can't call it crap equipment. I got reasonable equipment, I've been running most of this stuff I've had for 20, 30 years almost. I just keep her chugging along every day.
So what kind of radio are you running anyways?
I am on an old ICOM 765. I think this thing was probably made in the early 80s.
Craco Sparkomatic.
Sparkomatic.
Oh man, I do love them old Sparkomatics though.
I never heard of them.
I got a little Sparkomatic mobile. I don't have sideband or anything, but it's a cool looking little radio. It's got a round meter in it, and I think they were like a Sears knockoff or a Kmart knockoff or something. And the Cracos were Kmart, and like the Sparkomatics were like AutoZone or something. I don't remember.
Really? Sparkomatic. That's quite a name for a radio, I'll tell you.
Would you say you were running an ICOM 615?
I'm running an Icon 716. Oh, 718 rather.
Yes. Yeah, I don't remember exactly which one that one is. I almost think Taz might have had one of them. I want to say, I do remember what that one is. It's a little bit newer. It's probably still like from the 90s, but I believe it was a little bit smaller physical size and a little newer than this old rig.
Yeah, I got this one here from Buddha.
10-4 from the Buddha. Yeah, we talk to him every once in a while up on 35 or whatever the hell they run, that in-between oddball crap.
Yeah, 34 lower band.
Yeah, they like to run that even frequency, and that always, I'm not always the biggest fan of that myself. It's too, trying to take yourself to be too much like a ham operator, so I stay away a little bit.
Damn ham operator.
Yeah, you tell them fix it.
Okay. You're in Gloucester?
Yep, yeah, I'm over here in New Gloucester. So right in between, Gray and Auburn. Well, technically Portland and Auburn. I'm almost smack dab in between.
Okay. You know, the funny part is about that screwdriver. The other screwdriver gives me the same signal as you do.
Yeah, he'll pop in here from time to time again on these. I mean, I talk to him every once in a while when I'm just scanning the band, but he'll pop on these on our little sideband net frequently.
Yeah, because screwdriver in Meredith, he wired an old D104 mic that I had for this Icon, and it works pretty good. And he rewired it for me, put a plug, and I tried it out, and it's nice and clear.
Yeah, I actually have an Icom I'll run on this occasionally. I like the way it runs. I like the way it sounds. I'm a big D104 fan. I like the D104s personally.
Yeah, well, I had the D104 back in the 60s when I ran my, I had it hooked up to a Radio Shack, realistic, 23-channel sideband, and I was running that out as a 3-element beam, and what was I? I was running, I think it was about 150-watt kicker on it.
Nice. That was, so you were king of the hill back then, that's for sure.
And that's back when they sent out QSL cards, and I had cards from all over the place, and I used to send mine out to everybody I talked to around the South and so on. So that was the thing back then.
Yeah, there's still some people that like to send out cards. I know Radio Man sends out some cards and gets some in. There's definitely still a few people out there in DX that like doing that stuff.
Oh, there's still some people doing it? That's interesting.
Yeah, I haven't gotten one since like probably the mid-90s or so, but I don't do a whole lot of DXing and trying to do that, but especially like a lot of the overseas stuff. You know, you start hitting the Europe and the Scotland stuff, people really enjoy trading those cards still.
Oh, that's right. That's good. Yeah, I imagine that would be something they like collecting.
They also do digital DSL cards.
See that? Technology, we're doing digital cards, you name it, they do it.
Yeah, they do that through the email.
Oh, that's nice. Good, yep.
Roger.
Hey, did you get any storms up there, Screwdriver?
That I was, had my head turned, paying attention to the computer. What was that?
See if you get any storms there today.
Yes, I got one probably about 7 o'clock here. One that came through, but I was up at my up in the Oakland plant this afternoon, and I don't remember what time it was, but some big old thunderbomb rolled through there, probably like 1 o'clock or so.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, we had a pretty good size one heading towards Ossipee there, but for some reason it fizzled out. I'm not complaining, but the only thing we got out of that was just a lot of rain and wind.
Yeah, well, that one that kicked out, the one up there was definitely windy and rain and some thunder and lightning, but the one here, around 6:30, 7 o'clock, I don't know, I was upstairs eating supper. I mean, it got pitch black real quick, wicked windy, rain coming down sideways, and less than 5 minutes, and the sun was back out.
Well, we're gonna get it again in about another hour.
And more on another one in the hour or so. Funny fix it, because I was just saying the other day, like, man, we haven't really gotten any good thunderstorms yet this year. And here we are.
Yep, here we are, and beginning of the month of July. Well, I'm sure we'll get some doozies here.
Oh, yeah, July, August are always the good times.
About an hour and 20 minutes for Lewiston, Auburn.
An hour and 20 minutes. I'm holding you to that, fix it. If I don't see lightning in an hour and 15 to 25 minutes, I'm going to ask.
It lasted like 20 minutes, and the sun came back out and dried up like it never rained.
Yeah. What was surprising, though, like, it has been, like, usually you get those storms, and then it's like, it makes it even more muggy. When it happened this afternoon when I was up to work up there, it actually cooled it off, like 20 degrees real quick.
Yeah, I cooled it off here about 10. About 10 degrees.
Well, I got 65 outside. Actually, it did cool right down.
Nice.
So, Screwdriver, what channel do you usually hang out on?
We are usually on channel 12 a.m., a lot of us.
Channel 12 a.m.?
Yeah, there's a decent group of us, Radio Man, me, Cobra, Fix It, a bunch of us. A lot of us, we talk together in the mornings. Clearwater will be there. We talk together on the way to work in the morning, so we'll be on for like a half hour. From like, 6, maybe an hour, 6:30 to 7:30, there's usually people on. It's probably dead all day until about like 3:30, 4 o'clock, people get out of work. It's common you'll hear us on 12 a.m. on like Friday nights, Saturday nights. Monday nights we used to do an old radio night. It doesn't happen as much, but we're always on. But we'll try to break out old 23 channel radios and stuff like that to play with.
I'll be darned. So, because I never hear too much on AM. You guys hang out in there. I'll try listening to you guys on Channel 12 AM then. I was just kind of curious, because outside of that, I'd never hear you guys.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, definitely, jump in there. Give us a listen. Yeah, there's a bunch of us on. Like I said, the days are usually, pretty quiet. But the evening times, there's some real quick on the ride home. Obviously, summertime, people are outside for 'em, but it's like the same time frame. Like me personally, you'll hear me on pretty much every Monday night and Saturday night on Channel 12 and Thursday nights on this channel at 37 on Sideband. And you'll find me a couple of other nights a week, but I never know depending on my schedule. But I'm usually pretty consistent with the Mondays and the Saturdays.
Oh, okay then. I'll look forward to seeing how I reach out to you on the AM.
You know where frequency, Phil?
What's that?
You know where frequency, right? What channel 12 is?
Let me see. I'm not sure, but I think it's channel 12 is 27105.
Oh, you are right on, sir.
I'm impressed. Good job, Phil.
Thank you. Well, like I say, I'm a CBer from way back, but I haven't forgotten a whole lot. Refreshed my memory a little bit, but yeah.
So do you have any other radios you run, or do you just run that ICOM?
Right now, I'm just running an ICOM in my truck. I just put up at the radio in the truck is a six-pack Anytone, and I'm having a little trouble tuning that radio, getting them stations into memory. So I'm looking at getting a quad 5 Anytone where you give you the channel frequencies and you can turn everything programmed in the dial, the channels.
Roger. Yeah, definitely both real good radios. Yeah, I just know like that ICOM on AM, it's gonna be not amazing. It's gonna be a lot harder to talk to, getting up this direction on AM. It's really hard with something like these kind of radios. They just do not perform very well on AM. You'll get power out of it, but you get any decent amount of audio, the ALC kicks in and it starts backswinging and folding onto itself, and it just doesn't always sound great on AM. Unless you turn your audio way down.
Yeah, well, like I say, I'll try it and see, what I can do. I can change it. What I like about it, though, it does have quite a few different filters on it. Matter of fact, 3 or 4 that I can adjust or change to. So once I get there on 12 and hear you guys, I can run the different filters and see where it sounds the best.
Heck yeah. I'm sure it'll definitely work.
If not, I'll jump in the truck and try it with the Anytone. Because I've got a striker antenna on that. It just so happens I got a 1-to-1 match on it. So, that's working out pretty good because, I wired it directly to the battery. So, the truck gets out pretty good.
Yeah, gotta love that. Good mobile is always fun.
I remember back when I had my mobile, I had 102-inch fiberglass whip.
You can't beat a 102-inch whip. I mean, they beat every stick and tree that you come across and a lot of power lines, but as far as performance, man, you just can't beat 102.
I tell you, it worked good on my Mercury Cougar. I drilled a hole in it and mounted it with the spring and a 102-inch fiberglass whip.
Heck yeah, I like it.
Yeah, you had a clip down by the window where you could bend it. It's if you're where the low bridges up so you don't snap the sucker off. But, yeah. And then I had a 250 watt heater in the trunk.
Don't want to snap your little feller off.
That is dedication right there. That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I was running a Browning 23-channel Sidebander.
Oh man, was it an old LTD Browning?
Yeah, that's that's it.
I love that old radio. I got one of those sitting out back. Gold face, wood grain inlay. That's a pretty little radio right there.
Yeah, gold in color.
Yeah, the trim, the bezel was all gold, and right behind where the knobs were it was that wood grain look.
Book, you got the radio. I have won that radio in a CB swap in a raffle.
Nice, that's awesome.
A nice little radio, I'll tell you. Thing put out pretty good.
Heck yeah. Where'd that Mr. Radio Man go? You get that smoking jacket on and go outside, or what did you do over there?
Oh, I've been sandbagging for a little bit.
Oh, there he is. The smoking jacket is back off. The slippers are on. Awful quiet, though.
Oh, boy.
Oh, you know, I do a lot of talking in the beginning. I have to take a break and let other people talk.
I know, Radio Man. If it weren't for you, I'd think Screwdriver was talking to himself earlier. Oh, man.
I was just thinking about Screwdriver having to bend it over on the clip so he didn't break it off.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, you don't want to get it caught on anything and snap the little feller off.
No, you definitely don't want to snap the little feller off.
I don't know, Phil. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know either.
I know, somebody had to make a dick joke, huh?
Leave it to Radio Man wearing his robe and slippers.
Well, it's very comfortable. What can I say?
What's radio advance 20?
I'm in New Gloucester. I'm on the other side of the hill from Screwdriver. We're pretty close to each other.
That sounded good, too.
Yeah, I got a good copy on you. When I dialed you in on the beam earlier, obviously I had you a little better.
Oh, what do you got for a beam?
I got a 4-element quad. It's made by Lightning Antennas. Let's see, it's probably, well, it's loops, so I mean, I got the loop, the bottom of the loop's like 3 feet over the top of the tower, so, but, basically I just tell people it's at 50 feet.
Yeah, okay. I remember the big Moonraker?
Oh yeah, I mean, geez, there's some guys running those out here. I think Runt has one. I'm sure Screwdriver has. Yeah, well, I don't remember. Now they've driven by. There was one up at Screwdriver's for a while. But yeah, there's some Moonrakers around here.
Oh boy, I don't know if people still using them. How about the PDL quad?
I don't know if anyone's running one, but I mean, yeah, I remember when I was younger, town I grew up in, there was a guy running a moonraker, and I mean, it was amazing. Like, I couldn't hear him, and he would point that down into the town that I lived in, and it was like, wow, you know, back then all I had was like a, you know, like a CLR 2 antenna or something. You know, that was the best I could muster. So, someone running a beam back then was just mind blowing to me. There was no way I was going to convince my parents to buy me a beam antenna.
No doubt about it.
You just needed to do a little more convincing, that's all.
Yeah, right? I mean, I did pretty good. I was kind of up on the side of a hill where I grew up. So, I mean, I got out pretty good considering I was running, an all-stock station. I got out better than most people did. I was kind of like king of the hill in the area. But, man, I would have been a force to be contended with if I had a beam.
I bet you might have been for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I remember, but if there was anyone running an amp back then, I don't remember it. Or people were keeping it way quieter back then. The only thing I remember is people that had like, Cobra 2000s or Cobra 142s back then with extra channels. It was like they would go to the extras and it would be like, well, you couldn't follow them. Most people couldn't follow back then. But there was guys around that had them. Like I said, I don't know if anyone had any amps. Like I said, they were keeping it quiet if they did.
Yep. You kept it kind of quiet so you ran a kicker and everything else. Because some people, a lot of CBers frowned on it back then. Not like today.
No, Screwdriver will pull your pants down and spank you in front of everybody if you don't run one.
That's right. If you don't got 100 watts, are you even using your radio?
No, you're talking to a tin can and a string.
Number 10 bean can.
Yeah, sometimes some number 10 bean can audio is a good thing.
Friggin' right. I'll fix it. I almost thought I just heard a little bit of noise in my radio.
It's coming.
I got some static crashes over here.
Oh, that's it. Unplug your antenna, put the coax in a mason jar.
Yeah, I need to go throw my coax out the window. Hang on. Mr. KC been doing down there? How you, bud?
I've been doing all right. Been busy at the restaurant.
Yeah, keeps you out of trouble, right?
That it does. Yeah, no, I've been busy there, and obviously catering to the flatlanders and stuff. But other than that, though, business is pretty damn good, though, I have to admit. But other than that, though, I've been doing pretty damn good, if I say so myself.
Nice. That's good to hear. Yeah, those vacationers, they're definitely coming in now.
Oh boy, are they ever. Route 16 northbound? Yeah. That's all but a long line. Especially the intersection of Route 28 and 16. Yeah, it's a gridlock right there. You're sitting in traffic for a while.
I bet. I went from home to Biddeford, then from Biddeford to Oakland today, and yeah, you know, the Pike is pretty much 4 out of 5 vehicles are from out of state. You don't see too many Maine plates on there right now.
Okay, copy that. I believe it. That's what I'm seeing over here. A lot of Mass and Cape and Connecticut. Get a few New Yorkers in there too.
I get quite a few terrorists up this way, too.
I believe it.
I guess they say Kyle Busch is going to be at the racetrack this weekend. I'm not sure. Just what? Yesterday.
Oh man, look at all these people I didn't hear for check-in. 207, KC, we're racking them up. Yeah, that's what, some sort of racing thing?
Yeah, it was the America 300. He's second year in a row. Kyle Busch was there.
Ah, I see, says the blind man.
It's one of them weekends we don't even bother going to the grocery store. Just stay home, stay away from the traffic. Speaking of traffic, by the way, Screwdriver, next time you're in about the area, swing in and get them plates if you need them.
Yeah. You can just toss them.
Roger. Well, there was a reader put into the computer control. Do you want that back?
Yeah, that I'll take back. I was looking at voltage readings and some crap on it. That I use quite frequently. I got a couple of them around, but yeah, that was one of my better ones. When it got delivered on the flatbed and there was supposedly something wrong with it, I had hooked to it and then, figured out that it was a gallon and a half full of oil.
10-4. Well, I had to check engine light because of sitting in traffic for as long as it was. It was a long wait. And so I had to zero out some of the codes. It's got the same issue as the other one's got. Let it sit and idle too long, check engine comes on.
Oh, Roger. What's it, give it up for a code, do you know?
CO2 sensor number 2.
Too much methane.
Roger. That number 10 bean can fix.
Too much beans.
And she backfired. She got beans.
I backfired pretty good earlier.
And I don't know if it was a number 10.
Yeah, we heard your backfire. Well, maybe that was the other day, but we heard it.
Yeah, sometimes they slip when I'm on the radio.
That wasn't a slip. That was an on purpose.
No, no, that was it. That was incidental fart.
I'll bet tonight's not a school night.
Yeah, but that's not going to stop me from shutting her down.
Yeah, but you can't use school as an excuse.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of people listening on YouTube, so I still got to take a shower. I was busy cleaning up the house, and I still got to clean up. I think what happens is a bunch of people, they get off the radio, but then they go listen on the internet. Seems like I get more people listening on the internet later in the stream or in the roll call than I do in the beginning.
Well, it's a lot better than a one-sided conversation with Screwdriver.
Oops.
Hey, my one-sided conversations are amazing.
Speaking of which, I don't know what happened to Cobra this morning. I woke up, he was still talking on 12, and I keyed up, and he disappeared. It did kind of sound like he was talking to you, Screwdriver.
Like to himself or to me?
No, on the way to work this morning.
Yeah, he was. He was up north somewhere. He actually signed into the remote station and was using that. I was talking to him in the remote, like, Portland area.
Well, guys, this is Phil over in Shapley. I'm going to be calling it a night. Nice chatting with you guys, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Hey, have a super fine one, man, and I hope we hear you in there on 12 one of these evenings.
Hey, have a good night, Phil.
Yeah, see you, Phil. Nice to meet you. Hope to hear you again.
You will.
Hey, have a good night, Phil. Talk to you later.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You bet. All right. Oh, by the way, it's KC, by the way.
Okay, Casey, and where's your 20?
I'm over here in Ossipee.
Oh, yes, ain't too far. Good enough.
Yeah, I'm over here in
Talk
Buddha's
with you,
backyard. I'm over here in Buddha's backyard.
You and Buddha playing the belly.
I know he's actually like 4 miles down the hill from me here, but yeah. It's starting to rain over here.
Tell Fix it that. He's going to think he was right.
And then his head will get all big.
I'm usually pretty good on that weather.
Well, I got some cables all hooked up, screwdriver, so that when I put a radio up on the bench, I got it set up so it goes through my bird meter, and then it comes down and goes into a attenuator, and then comes out of that and goes into my service monitor. And before it goes into the service monitor, I got a sample port, goes up in my O-scope, so when I want to do a transmitter test, I can kind of look at, I can look at 3 pieces of equipment at once, or simultaneously.
Right, there you go.
Yeah, and I got to work on. I'm going to build up a little box so I can generate this also will generate audio, and I got some cables made up so I can do like receiver testing. Well, that's one thing I could do. I can also look at audio, so I can, generate a signal, and then measure synad, or put a signal into the front of the radio. So I got to make up a little box, to toggle a PTT. But yeah, I've been setting up the cables on my workbench here.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to be able to just have everything all set up and plug and play and go.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I mean, I got my solder station up there. I'm trying to set up like a actual spot so that when I want to throw a radio up there, I can actually go up there and have everything to be able to do testing without like having to rob Peter and pay Paul. That kind of, I need to steal the power cord from this. Like, I'm trying to have everything up there ready to go.
nice to have one of everything, though.
I started moving around and put my balls off.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Whoa, what was that? What? What was that?
What? Where?
I just heard a horrible noise. Did you hear that too?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I heard it, too.
Whoever that was trying to key up, nothing came through. It was just brr, 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 brr. And whoever that is, you're on AM too. We're on sideband. Yes, Stash. Geez, it's funny. My brother-in-law, my sister's coming to visit, and he's sending up an old scope with her. He asked if I wanted it, and I think it's a. Let me see, let me look at my messages on my phone. It just reminded me, Stash. Let's see. What is he sending up? Telequipment is what it's called. Oscilloscope type D54. Looks pretty nice condition. He's sending it up with her. But yeah, you can get a pretty, I don't know what you got, but you can get a pretty decent scope. I have an older scope. This, it's fine enough for CB stuff. Someday I'll upgrade it though.
Yeah, that was weird.
Uh-oh, what was weird? I was talking to the internets.
Somebody just keyed up locally and said they didn't get no fireworks yet. Heard them last night at the racetrack, but haven't heard any yet tonight. But we're going to hear lightning fireworks pretty soon.
Fix it. You got to turn down your scanner or something because whatever you're listening to is nearly as loud as you.
Oh yeah, today is the 3rd. There is usually fireworks going on.
That's right.
That's right.
That was you in the background on your live feed, Radio Man. Sorry.
Somehow he pins this on me.
That was pretty smooth of him, though.
It's like, yeah, that's your live feed that's you're complaining about. That's not my fault.
Well, you were the one on it, so you were also the one complaining. That was comical.
Yeah, that sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, that's a you problem. Yeah, I threw that on someone at work the other day. They were like, "What?" I said, "That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem."
Oh, I like it.
Maniac, I haven't heard you on the radio at all lately. I figured you being so nearby, working near me, I figured I'd catch you on the radio. Goddamn Maniac just comes in, says, "That's right," and then he's gone.
See how he is?
I think he's fucking with radios. It looks like someone went down channel with a similar signal.
It's always a possibility.
You know, when you got a fish finder, well, I mean, I'm not out to 10 megahertz, but when your fish finder goes up to 10 megahertz, I see a lot of things going on.
Oh, no. There he is. He was hiding. Who was hiding?
He didn't do a good enough job.
Trying. Really trying.
Radio man knew exactly.
I could see you down channel testing and checking.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I tried to ask you a question. You were friggin' gone.
Oh, yeah. What do you want to know?
Well, I was wondering where you've been lately. I figured you working nearby. I'd hear you on the radio every now and again, and you know we haven't been able to do a sideband or handheld radio test lately.
It's been too fucking hot for that shit.
Oh, I just find a shady tree.
Ain't much shade in that parking lot of ours over there unless you're standing against the building, and that's not gonna work for me.
All right, well, fine. I guess we'll have to wait a month for things to cool off for you.
I believe he just said, screw it, US.
I'll just take my crystal handheld radio and go down on the bowl, make contact.
Okie dokie.
Or I'll get my Space Patrol. It transmits on channel 14, but it listens on all 40.
Well, that's a fucking pretty nifty rig then.
Well, I think they were intentionally designed like that. I think they actually just had a diode. I think they just had a diode detector in them. I mean, I think that was intentional by design, those old Space Patrols. Guy was selling them at the flea market. Had the box and everything.
Oh, that's cool. I like stuff with boxes in it. I still have box.
You said, Bob.
Yeah. I bet he's got
my big box.
Whoa!
I got my big box back.
Whoa!
I'm not sure how to take that.
Oh no.
How's Taz doing?
He's been doing pretty good. He was feeling a little under the weather earlier, so I don't know. I don't know. I gotta be over there fucking early tomorrow morning to get my pork roast going.
Oh man, are you gonna bring your apron that says "Suck the Cook"?
Kiss the cook.
Oh, you don't have one that says "Suck the Cook"?
No, I wish I had one of those fucking aprons from Maine Center from the Blind. They said "Kiss the Cook," and you lifted it. It was an apron with an apron on it, and underneath the other apron was a big fucking pantyhose fucking shaped cock underneath there. I see. A friend of mine has one, and we were somewhere else, and I saw somebody else had one, but they were the one that Gil has. The Maine Center for the Blind made him.
Oh no!
No, it was pretty funny. He used to always wear that thing at the pig roast.
Yes, Stash. Both him and CB have sideband.
Roast, but it's gonna take me all goddamn day to do it, so I gotta get going early.
Oh yeah, you'll be over there barking orders at everybody. You're gonna be the cook tomorrow.
Oh, it's not the first time I've done this. I do this every major fucking holiday.
Yeah, the only thing Tad's gonna be able to do is smoke cigars.
Oh, don't forget pointing the finger.
Oh, I got my big easy up, that big fucking 10x10 easy up of mine. I got that over there. I get that set up, get the picnic table drug out. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, is he still kind of like chair bound, or is he using crutches?
He uses his walker.
Copy that.
Can't put any weight on his leg at all right now.
Yeah, he sent me pictures of like X-rays and staples and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, but he's got like a 12-inch fucking titanium plate in there, and then it's got big cluster of screws right on top of his kneecap where your femur meets your knee. There's a big cluster of screws, and then the rest of it there's only like 3 or 4 more running up the 12 inches of it. But yeah, it's pretty sweet.
No wonder his leg hurts more than his neck.
So, did he just have like a freak accident, or is he trying to jump like 18 school buses?
Whiskey throttle.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Whiskey throttle got him?
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
I would have hated to have been around when the whiskey wore off. Oh.
It's taken a few days to wear off. I think it's still wearing off.
It happens.
I'd still be doing the whiskey. does everybody think of the new alligator Alcatraz? I love it.
I just heard about that today. That's not crazy.
Oh, the best part about it is, you know, first for a month or so ago, they offered him $1,000 and a free plane ticket to get the hell out of Dodge. Now, that didn't work as good as they thought, so let's open up the alligator Alcatraz. Let's see if they volunteer then. A shipping container out in the middle of the sunlight is not going to be very cozy. I just saw that they just put a sign on the front gate, Alligator Alcatraz. You gotta name a boat something. I guess it works as long as they keep some of the alligators fed and have a good taste for human. A few of them got to escape to feed, you know. Once a week they can throw somebody over the fence. I love how all the liberals are screaming about it. It's great. Yeah, it's a shame they can't be on the same side as the United States, huh? Alright, I'm gonna keep politics out of it. I think it's cool though how they built that place in, what, a month and a half? It didn't take very long. From the pictures I saw, it just looked like there was 4 units in every shipping container. Yeah, they complained about sending them to Guantanamo Bay, so welcome to the new Alcatraz. Well, probably the real Alcatraz they couldn't open up because the ferries were kind of liberal.
Alright guys, I'm gonna shut it down and call it a night. Hopefully maybe I'll hear some of you guys this weekend.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, Radio Man. 404.
I hope you have a good week tomorrow.
I hope so.